The return of the Hanfu. In China, the traditional clothing of the Han people called the Hanfu is becoming popular, thanks to the internet and the revolutionaries who are bringing this ancient tradition back to life. Year 2003, when a man from Jiangsu, Wang Lishan, woke the renaissance of the Hanfu when his photos streamed across the internet and attracted a Singaporean journalist who later published an article about it, which later encouraged the movement of the Hanfu revival, calling themselves Tung Pao. To make Hanfu more accessible to the public, a few individuals from the movement opened shops specifically selling Hanfu clothing. Hanfu is the traditional clothes worn by the Han ethnic group in China during the Han Dynasty. With the fall of its rule and ethnic suppression during the Qing Dynasty, the traditional wearing of Hanfu was forgotten. After its reintroduction by a man who wore it publicly, a couple of designers gathered together to create a collection of Hanfu clothing that ranges from the ancient and traditional, to Western-infused everyday wear, athletics, and even to special occasions such as weddings. According to Chinese historian Hu Wamei, defining Hanfu is no simple matter, as there was no uniform style of Chinese fashion throughout the millennia of its history. Hanfu has historically been used to broadly refer to indigenous Chinese clothing in general. There are many styles and many ways for a clothing to be categorized as Hanfu. There are some who wears Hanfu with a Waimao or mili, in the past. But nowadays the Waimao and mili can only be seen as a new style for photo shoots, or a costume in the movies. Hanfu inspired the Korean national clothing called hanbok and the Japanese kimono. Hanfu shares the world's fashion stage along with modest fashion when it matured into an industry in the recent years among its followers in China and other Chinese communities from other parts of the world who are becoming aware of the revival. One good reason that Hanfu is becoming a significant fashion is that it gives people a strong sense of belonging, it reminds them of their cultural heritage, and exudes authenticity. Why we are excited about Hanfu? Because it is modest.